creating a new SIP extension for a T28 SIP phone. This tutorial explains how to create a new VoIP SIP extension for a T28 SIP phone in the Connecto system. Begin by opening Connecto's browser-based management interface. In a web browser, navigate to Connecto's IP address and log into the system using your username and password. The user account must have administrator permissions. When you are logged in, the management interface homepage opens. From the homepage, navigate to the IP PBX extension screen, in which you can see the list of existing PBX extensions. You can navigate to this page in one of two ways, by clicking Voice in the Services section, or by clicking Phones in the title bar of the Phone section. Click Phones. The IP PBX Extensions screen opens. The Extensions screen shows all the existing PBX extensions, both analog and digital SIP. We want to add a digital SIP extension, so we click the new VoIP extension link in the VoIP extension section. The Edit Extensions screen opens. Let's create SIP extension number 202. In the extension number field, enter 202. In the last name and first name fields, enter the required last name and first name for the extension. Now we will go to the Advanced SIP Settings section to configure the authentication parameters. Select the Require Authentication checkbox. The authentication username and authentication password fields are added to the screen. Enter 202 as the authentication username and 1234 as the authentication password. Click OK. The Edit Extension screen closes and we are returned to the Extensions screen. The system automatically updates the information in the screen and we can see the newly created extension. The status of the extension is unregistered because we did not configure the SIP phone to be registered in the Connecto IP PBX. This is because the SIP phone is a T28 type. Before we can register it in the IP PBX, we must detect its IP address and use the address to open the phone's programming screen and configure it. Let's return to the home page. We can see all the devices connected to the LAN, but we cannot find our SIP phone in the list. Now let's set the IP address of the T28 SIP phone. On the keypad of the T28 SIP phone, press the menu key. The LCD screen displays the functional menu. Use the arrow keys to select the status option and then press the Enter key. The screen displays the network parameters. Note that a T28 phone is configured by default as a DHCP client and therefore receives an IP address automatically when it connects to the network. Now, let's return to the Connecto Management Interface. In the Local Network tab, we find the SIP phone listed. Click its link and a new screen opens. In the screen, you can see that there is direct HTTP access to the phone. Click the link and the T28 programming interface opens with the login screen displayed. In the login screen, enter the username and password. By default, both are admin. Click OK to enter the programming screens. The main programming screen shows the firmware number and network settings of the phone. Go to the Account section. Select the Line Active On parameter to activate the line. In the Label field, enter the extension number 202. In the Display Name field, enter the customer name. Next, enter the authentication parameters. Under Register Name and Username, enter 202, and under Password, enter 1234. In the SIP Server field, enter Connecto's IP address. Finally, click the Confirm button. The phone receives and implements the new settings, and the screen is refreshed. Return to the Connecto Management interface. On the home page, click Phones to open the Extensions screen. In the Extensions screen, you can see that the new extension is registered and ready to use.